What's up, everybody? It's Jeremy here. I'm ocean bound and I'm on Cape Cod. I came down here with my family for a couple days, but it just happens to be kind of windy, so it's game on. I called a couple of my boys and we're gonna be doing a downwinder. Last time we did a downwinder on the north side of the Cape when it was blowing west. This time it's blowing a little bit more south, just like a little bit, so we're gonna be doing a downwinder on the south side of the Cape. I've done this before. This isn't a particularly long one, but we may be able to lap it. We're all supposed to go together, but three guys kind of got a little antsy and went early, so they're, I take it, already on the water, and I'm meeting my buddies Haley and Rusty, who I did the downwinder with before. It's like 43 degrees out. It's blowing like mid-20s. Should be like mid-20s to high 20s, I think. I'm gonna do the Kaohi. I've got my ML board, and the plan is I'm gonna be using my Cedrus SURF mast and the code 1130. And so I'm kind of going all in with the code today just to kind of change it up. So I'm pretty stoked. Let's go check it out. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay. It's windy. There's white caps. It's game on. This is our destination. Are you getting everything ready? Get my buddies here. We're gonna get stuff in his car. Get moving. Let's go. All right, 11:30. The rig. Parawing. 2.9.
Maybe I shouldn't have launched the parawing. Parawing downwinder. Here we go. Woo! The farther out I go, the more bumps there should be. But there's bumps here. This is cool.
I'm still stoked on this sesh. I've dreamed about doing these downwinders for so long. The last two are really close to what I've been dreaming about. I don't live in the Gorge or Hawaii. Even Rhode Island's far to drive, so we just have a lot of jagged coastline around here in Massachusetts. So downwinders are hard to plan because they involve just an annoying amount of driving. The same day of this session, my friend Nick just did a 200 kilometer send down in Florida, which is so freaking sick. He just did a video on it, so check it out if you haven't seen it. But there's just no way that we can do that sort of thing around here with our coastline.
Oh, I'm so stoked. This is awesome. Best day ever. The 11:30 is so good. I love it.
I've been thinking about the most viable options are really to find places where I can do upwind downwinders. So like, Buzzards Bay or Horseneck Beach. But figuring out these two runs on the Cape just really helped me get momentum for doing more of these in the near future. The best part is they work with west winds, which are just the worst wind conditions to ride in this area. So this particular run, I've winged before, we scouted it out for downwinding a while ago. And maybe I wasn't so into doing it back then because my skills were kind of lacking. So this is the first time I was able to try it. There's this sandbar, which is just over a half a mile out. And even though the waves weren't breaking on it, they were still standing up with more vert and kind of peeling down the sandbar with this like side-on wind and wave angle. The waves were a little steeper, more predictable out at the bar, which is perfect for me in the level that I'm at. So I could tack out a waves with the parawing, turn on a wave, stow the parawing, ride the bumps to the sandbar, and then when I got there, I could just kind of keep riding the bumps to my right as they peeled down the bar. I was digging that setup, so I'm interested to see what this run would be like with maybe a straight west wind or a slightly different wave angle. I had plenty of power on that 2.9 meter. I love the Kaohi. It's so easy. I wasn't really even trying to do a good job stashing it, but it didn't really matter. It only tangled once or twice, and untangling is fairly easy with the short lines, even though the lines are all the same color. So yeah, I was just like stuffing it in my bag, no redeploying, but that was fine because I'd inevitably fall like a few minutes later and just to take it out, throw it up, and I was off on my way and back up on foil. It was just so easy. The Code 1130S was purchased to be my main parawing foil, and I wasn't 100% sure I made the right choice until this session. I love that thing. It turns great for its size, but it's still really stable, which is great for me. It's got good low end, good glide, and I'm getting good at pumping it too. The last downwinder I used my Armstrong 1180, and I'd say that I definitely prefer this 1130S to the Armstrong high aspect, just for this sort of thing. I did find it's got plenty of speed for what I want to do out there. I can imagine needing something faster at some point, but this seems like it's going to work for most of what I want to use it for. By the way, I ride crooked wetsuits, and so sweet deal alert, if you go to crookedsurf.com and use the coupon code OCEANBOUND, you get 20% off anything in your order. So $450 wetsuit, OCEANBOUND, boom, $360. I just switched to a hooded 5.4. The 4.3 hooded is still fine, but it's just nice to not even get a chill out there this time of year. I really hope I can parawing through the winter. The last two parawing sessions were as cold as my last wing sesh, but my hands were actually colder winging. So I need more time and experience, but with a harness, it could potentially be easier on my hands. So we'll see about that. I know that I'm working way too hard out there. Just excessive amounts of pumping. But I'm figuring that stuff out. I know it doesn't really look pretty. I don't care. So far I've been pretty bad at picking the best path in the bumps, but I was getting a better hang of it out there, you know. Instead of going for the biggest bumps to ride, I was trying to remember to follow the bumps and ride what was forming behind them. It's, you know, the best luck I've had, and it's obvious that I just need more time out there to dial it in. The whole run was almost 10 miles, and it took me, I don't know, an hour and 15 minutes. But I got some long rides in, carving back and forth, which was amazing. You know, the last mile or so, we swung more right as we approached Harding's Beach, our destination, and the waves were probably the most fun out there. The last mile or so, coming all the way into the beach, is probably the coolest feeling I've felt in a long time. I was so stoked. I just got a 4-meter frigate that I plan to be using, and I'm also planning on picking up a 4-meter PT skin from Mag Kiteboarding. So I hope to be using that back to back with the frigate, and I'll be letting y'all know what I think about them.
I think I do. I'm stoked!
So, alright, we've reached the end of this episode. So, I post videos every Friday, or at least that's been the program for a couple years now. So if you'd like to see more of what I've got coming up and you have not done so already, please consider clicking that subscribe button. Drop me a comment, tell me what you think. Feel free to ask any questions or just say hi. And with that, I hope all of you are doing well out there. I'll see you soon on the flip, and I wish you all an awesome day. Later.